Hello and how are you? My name is Mohindo Mbarak and I welcome you to our 17th lecture of mastering Flutter user interfaces. In today's lecture, we're going to learn how we can create different kinds of Flutter menus, and by the end of the video, we'll be able to create such kind of a menu and so many other menus like these ones. The draw menu, you're able to create the email kind of a menu. We'll be able to create this kind of light menu. We'll be able to create this kind of a draw white menu, and so many other kinds of menu, such as the bottom drawer like this one. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today. So we have a lot of things that we're going to cover, so without wasting much time, we're going to start our timer. As you know, we always do 40 minutes. I believe the timer has already started. Where is it anyway? Let me make sure that the timer is counting. Yep, our timer is there. 40 minutes, so it has started counting. So let's go straight and start doing our day's business. All right, so I hope you've been following the previous lectures. If you haven't, then I recommend you to please follow the previous videos. If it is your first video and you want to start from here, download the project Scratch folder that I've put the link in the description of this video. Download it and then you start with that project. That project will come with the asset files that you'll have to do what to use, such as images and dummy data. So the remaining things you can add them, but the basic thing that you are going to learn, like the basic thing that we're going to use in this system, this application, such as images and the rest, they come with that project that I've shared in the description of this video. All right, so with that much said, let's resume. So what we're going to do, we're going to put here the menu icon to show that we are starting the menu topics. So let me first close everything. I'm going to come here to our main route and then come here and duplicate this guy, our title. Let us call it what? Let us call it menu, and then you can change the icon to menu. All right, so let me go ahead and put now our first menu is going to be here. So the first menu that we're going to look at, we're going to create a very basic menu. We're going to create this simple news menu like this one. This is what we're going to create right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and create our first screen. So I call it here, I called it draw news menu. Okay, so let's go ahead and create that screen. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll come here to the project and then create a fresh screen here, a category of menus. So after creating the category of menus, we're going to create a new file there, and then I'm going to call it what? I'm going to call it draw news that. Okay, I can call it menu draw news menu draw news menu screen. So there we go. After, we're going to put here what? Our stateful widget, and then paste draw news menu screen. All right, I'll go ahead and import the states, and then I can remove these ones. Okay, so after doing that, so the next thing is we're going to link this screen to our main screen. So this is our main screen, and we'll just put here draw news menu like this. Okay, so that when someone clicks here, it should be taken to the draw news menu screen. So when I click there, I'm able to see this placeholder. All right, so let's go ahead and now start designing our menu. Let me look at the one that I created for news, this one. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to begin with, we're going to begin by adding a what? We're going to begin by adding a scaffold, and then we take it from there. Alright, so let's go to where our scaffold starts from. Our scaffold starts from here. So let's go ahead and add a scaffold. So I'll come here and change this one to scaffold. Alright, so after adding scaffold, we'll have a simple user interface. Let me disable Copilot so I can be able to write everything by myself. Alright, so the next thing, we're going to add the key. So when you're creating a menu, it is very important to have there the scaffold key. So I'm going to create a variable called scaffold key, and then we're going to add it there in our scaffold because it's very important. So we're going to come here in this class. On top here, we create this. It's a global key. And then pass what we call scaffold state, and then give it what we call scaffold key, and then say global key equals to scaffold state. That is very important when you're going to create what? Drawer menus. It helps the menu to sync with what? With the scaffold itself. So here in the scaffold, we're going to give what we call key, and then you put this key that we have just defined. So after doing that, the next thing that we're going to do, let's go back to our scaffold. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to put the up bar, this up bar, the one that you're seeing up here. So what we're going to put, okay, let us first make the background color of the scaffold to be white. Then we're going to put the what? The up bar. I believe everyone can do the up bar at this level. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put the up bar and make the color of my up bar to be blue or primary dark. So there we go. Okay, I hope you can see that. Alright, so after doing that, we have put the up bar in our scaffold. The next thing that we're going to put a drawer. So a drawer is the menu that you pull this side. Okay, that's what you call what? That's what you call drawer. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put a drawer. So go ahead and put drawer parameter. Okay, so after putting drawer, then you go ahead and pass this what? This drawer widget. So this drawer widget is our menu itself. Okay, so when I save like that, you see our up bar, it was having the back what? The back icon, but because you have the key and you have integrated with the drawer, this back icon will be able to do what? To change. So you see, I'm now able to expand and collapse my menu. That is so beautiful. Alright, so after finishing do that, we're going now to start putting the content in this drawer menu. This drawer menu. So since we cannot know how long the phone is or how big the phone is, we better put the scroll bar, the scroll view. So in case of anything, the menu should be scrollable. So we're going to come here and put scroll. Okay, and put child, and then put what? Single scroll child view. So it's going to take child, and now the child here is where we're going to put now the column that will be scrollable. So put here the column, and then the column is going to take what? Children. So the children are going to put here. We're going to first design this container. So you see how it is very simple and beautiful to do what? To design a menu. So we're going to begin by designing the first container. Of course, you can even do this container separately in its different as widgets. So put container. After putting the container, the next thing we're going to give it height. So we give it height of 140. So we are designing this right now. Okay, and then after, so if I expand, let me expand here. You'll see we have that one. Okay, then we have given it height of 190. The next thing I'm going to put there the stack, because of stack I'll be able to do it to have things in front of the other. Okay, so that's why you'll be able to have even the background of what? Of an image. That's why I put a stack. So let's go ahead and put our stack. Child of this is going to be stack. Now the first child of stack is going to be what? is going to be this background image, because everything is going to fall in front of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and say the front child of this stack is that image, okay, which is going to have the width of infinity, of height of infinity, and then it's going to be fit cover. So because this height is already defined, so you can as well put here height infinity. So this can be your image of your own of your own choice. So when I save, you'll see the image has changed. It can even be that one. So it can be the image of your choice. So I've put the our first image. So since it is stack, everything that's going to follow is going to come on top of of this image. Let's go ahead and put our our padding and this image circle, this one that I want to put. So I go ahead and put what we call padding, and then after putting padding, I give it to let's say edge insert symmetric, and then I put the vertical of 40 and the horizontal 14, and then I go ahead and give a circular avatar, which is going to have a radius of 36, and then it's going to have the background color of gray of 10, and then in this circular avatar I pass now the avatar itself, which is going to be the radius of 33. So this one is going to have some separate distance with this one, the radius of 33, and then it's going to have the image of 6 of the user number 6. By doing like that, you'll have something like that. Okay, hope you can see that. Just keep anything. All right. Okay, so after giving padding, so the next thing we're going to put now the name. Okay, this name. So if you want to put the name, we're going to align our content to be on bottom, and then do some margin so it can be a little bit on top. Okay, so you're going to put here what you call align. After this padding of that image, you put there align. So align will help us to position our content in this stack in any place that we want. So we're going to say align bottom left. So our content that's going to be here is going to be the bottom left of the container that is containing it. Alright, so after doing that, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to give it padding, and say padding. So the child of this align is going to be having padding, and then this padding we're going to give it edge insert of symmetric, horizontal 20 and vertical 18. So after doing that, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to put now the columns. Okay, so go ahead and put the child of this padding to be column. Why putting column? We're putting column because this name is on top of this one, so you are going to follow each other. You're going to be merging in the same section. And then I give it I give it these parameters. After giving it these parameters, the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to give it now the children, and then put the names. Okay, the children of this container, of this column that we have just put there. So, and then we give it the name. So with this column, I know how you understand how column works. So I go ahead and put the first name and last name. All right, so by doing like that, we'll be able to do to get such a result. Okay, I hope you can see that. Okay, so after doing that, then it means that we have finished designing this top part. Okay, so after doing that, then we're going to put now the list item, this list item that you're seeing here. Okay, so we come to our column, and then we start adding the list item. So let me add the first one and explain it. So this is the main column of the menu. So I can collapse this first container that we've just added, and then start adding the list item. Okay, list style, then it's going to take a heading, a title of home, and then the color of black, and then after we give it a leading of an icon of home. Okay, and then we put on click listener. So like, for example, if you want to know where the user has clicked, we can create a function called on click, and then we'll be calling it when someone clicks on something. So let's go ahead and create this method. So this method is just going to close the menu, because see, when I click here, sorry, the point is when, okay, let me show you what the method is going to be doing. So you have to collapse the menu on your own. So you see, so this on click, it will just simply receive the name that you've clicked on the item and then make a toast. So if I click and then after making a toast, it go ahead and pop. So pop means you're closing the menu. Otherwise, if you don't implement that pop, it means that you will not be able to do what? To close the menu automatically. See here, if I remove pop, so what does it mean? It means that the user can click, even the menu will not do what? Will not close. So navigator pop context, it will make sure that the menu closes immediately after someone has clicked. So that's the method that we just created. Okay. So we have put home, which is the content, and then the icon itself, like this. So you see how things are very, very simple to do. So after doing that, we can add the remaining items we want. So you can design your own menu and add there the remaining items that you want to implement. So these items, they're just different icons, but the same one, the same structure that I've just elaborated right now. So if I come here to list style, I can be able to paste these menu items, and you'll be able to see I have that one of trending, I have that one of what? Of latest, I have that one of highlight, and I have this one of I put a divider. I see this divider, and then I put settings and what? And the help. So maybe you can, that's why you can also maybe put the logout, or maybe user password changing, or user profile update. So you can put those things here. So right now you can achieve that. We're having the side menu. When you click on an item, we're able to tell which item you clicked on and make even what? Make even a toast. So that is how you create menus, or that's how you create what? Drawer menu in what? In Flutter. You can see it is very, very simple and straightforward. Okay, so our main focus is the menu creation. We will not focus on anything else. So we're going to go to the what? The next topic. Okay, then I mean to the next example of what? Of a drawer menu. All right, give me just 1 minute, only 1 minute. Just a minute, I'm coming back. All right, let's proceed. So we've seen how we can create such a what? Such a beautiful menu. Okay, let's see how we can create another kind of what? Another kind of menu. So I'm going to create a menu like that one of email, like the way you see the Gmail menu. So let's have menus like these ones. Okay, so let's see how we can create such kind of what? Of drawer email menu. All right, so let's go ahead and what? And duplicate, because this menu looks much more like the one that we just created. So just go to duplicate the one that we have and then just modify accordingly. All right. So I'll just come and copy this and then paste. It's going to be drawer mail menu. Okay, and then here come and change it to drawer mail menu screen. Then after, we're going to add that so I can call here drawer mail. I'm going to add it to what? To our main menu, so it can be connected Okay, so I've imported it here. So when someone click here, we'll be taken to the drawer mail menu. Right, so I can close. Now I click here, drawer mail menu. I'm able to see that. Okay, so right now we're going to see now. By the way, someone can as well do like this to get the menu here at the edge, like that. All right, now let's go ahead and see how we can create this kind of menu. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Draw mail. So what's the difference? Okay, the difference is the scaffold color, the background color, and then the scaffold color of the app bar. Let's go ahead and do that. So our app bar, we're going to give it what? We're going to give it a state overlay, system overlay. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to our drawer mail menu, which is this one. So we're going to give the app bar the system overlay and give it the color of pink. Okay, so the brightness is going to be light and the color is going to be pink. So by doing like that, pink of 700, we'll have that beautiful icon, beautiful item displayed behind them. All right, so after doing that, so the next thing we're going to do what? We're going to put the title, draw mail title. The title is already there. Okay, so the next thing we're going to give the background color, okay, of our scaffold. So I come to a scaffold, I give it the color of that white. So after doing that, now the next thing we're going to put actions of close. So actions of close is the one that will be responsible for going back. Okay, so in case someone wants to go back, so I'll come here. I think it's already there. I've already put it there. Action and task close, where someone can be able to do what? To go back. All right, so after doing that, we're going to go ahead and give the scaffold the background of white. I think that one's already done. The scaffold to give it the background of white is already done. So you have just finished the app bar. So after finishing the app bar, so the next thing that we're going to do is now to do what? Is now to add the draw menu. So the draw menu, it is added in the same way, just like we did in the first example. The only thing, you're going to change this image to 2. Okay, so the only thing, you're going to change this image to the second image that we use. Then we'll have that. I hope you get it. So that color of the image, it comes with the image itself while you've already designed it. All right, so the person to remain the same. You can as well change the person if you want, something like that, and then you change also the name of the person. So after putting that, so the next thing now we're going to put here the inbox. Okay, all inbox. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come here. I'm going to come here to this into the main column, this one, and then I just remove this, and then I remove the rest. Okay, I can go ahead and now remove the rest, and then I put back my column that I cut. I just cut it. So like that, I'll have removed all the columns items that were in that menu. So the next thing now we're going to do, we're going now to go ahead and add this item one by one. So I can simply put here height of 8, and then after I come and say list tile, and then I'm going to show you the parameters that we can give it this list tile. So if I put a list tile, you'll see it has the title. Okay, let me first copy it. So let me explain this. It has the title, which is all inboxes. Okay, all inboxes. Okay, it has the title of text of all inbox. Then it has a leading, and the leading of an icon of what? Of an inbox. Then it has a trailing, and this trailing is nothing but text of the number of inboxes that are there. And then on top, we just call the drawer ticked. You see? Can you see? So by doing like that, you'll have come up with that such kind of beautiful user interface. So you can go ahead and add other items. You see how it is not complex. You just use even the list style. So you can add the divider, okay, that show the inbox is separate. After adding the divider, then we'll have that kind of beautiful line drawn there, and then we'll go ahead and now start adding other folders. Okay, so I can go ahead and add here, for example, inbox, and I say it has the leading of that inbox, and then it has a title of inbox, and then it has a number of 68 as unread messages. Okay, so you see how it is simple. You just try it out and you'll see how it is not complicated. So let me show you how I can put this kind of a card here. I'll come and copy this and then I'll explain it. Okay, so the first thing is set the title. So after setting the title, the next thing you're going to say the text, okay, as the trailing. Okay, so in this trailing we just simply create a text, a container that we give the color that we want to give, for example the background color of blue, and then we put in the text that we want, and then you put you make the text to look white. By doing like that, we'll have created this simple badge in the trailing, and it makes the system be much more efficient as well as looking good. Alright, so the next thing, so I've shown you how to create one, so it means that the rest you can be able to challenge yourself and create them. So if I save this, can get my thing that I had done before. So challenge yourself and see how you can achieve this. Is there just nothing past least time? So by doing like this, we'll have created our email like drawer menu. So go ahead and challenge yourself and also see how you can achieve such kind of a menu. All right. Okay, you can proceed to another example. So we have here drawer simple light. Okay, so this one is a drawer menu, but for it does not have it does not have the top image, the stack. So it just do the same menu and remove the top image. And also this drawer menu, it has one unique thing that the other one does not have. This one has limited width. I think we're going to do this, and then let's choose the one that we're going to do, and then the rest you're going to do them as the challenges. Okay, so you have this drawer simple dark, which is almost the same. I think we'll do this one with the dark mode. Okay, and then you have the drawer icon. This one which has an icon, that one you can try out. Okay, we have draw overflow toolbar. Okay, that one you can maybe also do it. Okay, let's do the one of the one of this one which has difference in width. I'm going to do the one in the dark mode, so you can do it. We can also see how we can implement the menus in simple dark mode or in dark mode versions. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm just going to duplicate the thing that I've just done, and then it's the one that we're going to do it. Depend on to learn how we can do the other one of a dark mode. Okay, so come and copy this, Ctrl F, Alt and Enter, and then call this one so it's going to be that, and then you put here dark. Alright, so I'm going to put this one in our home menu. So come to our main route and then duplicate this one and then put the one of dark, put here dark. Okay, so now when someone click here, you should be able to take into that drawer of dark menu, dark news, dark mode menu. Right, now let's start turning it into a dark menu. So if you want to do you want to do a dark mode version of an app. So the first thing, we're going to make our app toolbar to be dark. So you just simply come here. Come here. So by doing like that, setting status bar to be that color, gray of 900, the status bar will be set like that. Alright, so after doing that, you're going to add what? You're going to add the background to our app bar and give it the same. And then you'll have such kind of a menu. Okay? So you can as well change the style of this one to white if you want to. Okay? So after putting that, we have our icon. So the next thing is just the same, exactly the same. Okay, so the only difference is we're going to come and give our menu, this menu, you see, we're going to give it a container, and then in that container we're going to give the draw of dark version. Okay, so our menu is here, so I'm going to surround it with what? With a container. I give it what? And I give it the dark version of it. So we'll have something like this. So as I told you, this menu for it, we don't have this upper. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and remove this, and then we'll have that kind of. Okay, so after, I'm going to start now adding the items. Okay. So let me remove this whole column and add my own. Okay, so there I have that kind of item. So I think let us try to see if you here the use safe area. Okay, so we'll have that, and see if we can wrap this one with safe area. Yeah, so I had surrounded my menu with safe area, so the content shouldn't collapse. I mean, shouldn't go in what? In the up bar. I mean, in the status bar outside the phone. So you see, I put safe area, then the content comes to the right place. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to add now these icons. These are just simple, an icon and text, an icon and a text, an icon and text. What matters is the coloring. Okay, then I'll come here and display it, then we'll have that. Okay, so I believe each one of you can do this. Now, one thing that I wanted to show you here is that you see this menu is a little bit limited. Okay, so to the width. So the reason why it is limited, it is because it was specified with width. So you can as well do the same by specifying the width, and then your menu follows that width. So that width can be specified from what? From the container that contains it, like here. Okay, so if I save, let's see it. So as I draw, immediately after draw, okay, before draw you can give it what? A container as well, of course. Yeah, before draw, give it a container and give it width of 100. So this will be able to do what? To follow your rules of what? Of width. So you see, I had that space and what I had to do, and yeah. So that's how I can make a dark version mode of a menu. So you can go ahead and try to color these ones so they can really look relevant. Okay, so they give you ability even to resize the width of your menu if in case it is too big. If it is too small, you can as well expand your menu using the parent layout, and give it a field. Okay, so that's how we create menus. Okay, we can proceed. So you can challenge yourself and create the light version 1. So in the next session, we're going to see now how we can do such kind of this kind of a menu that pops up, and also we'll look at much more, such as defining totally different menus, only desired menus like this one. Yep. So let's go ahead and have our short break of 5 minutes. So exactly 3. We should all be back for another session. At exactly 3, we should be back for another session.